Hello, welcome to Fair Lady of the Loch. Thank you for joining me. Today we are going to be doing a crystal unboxing, but they're already unboxed, for the mineral mushroom. So some of you know that I went back home to Indiana briefly for some doctor's visits that I needed to have and got a really good report from the cancer doctor. And the mineral mushroom invited me to go to their place behind the scenes and get to see their full, as much of their inventory as they could get out, and let me choose from that what I wanted and could afford, because they have some spectacular pieces that are a little beyond my budget, but they are fantastic. And you saw some of their things before from a prior visit that I showed you in my pick a card readings, like this pink flower agate, the ocean jasper with the pyrite, the dream amethyst, the red tiger's eye mini sphere, the fire quartz mini sphere, the 1,000-layer quartz mini sphere, and then the clear quartz DT that she gave me as a free gift, and this was also a free gift with the purchase. So, and the kids had gotten some things that is in their rooms, and I didn't pull them out for this, but this time I went and I had saved up, so that I could go and really dive into some of the stuff that I'd seen that I wanted of theirs. And they are on TikTok. They also have a shop, a website, Mineral Mushroom. I believe it's .store or /store. I will look it up before I post it and put it in the comments. Okay, not the comments, but the description of the video. Okay? Forgive me, guys. I'm sick. Forgive my hair. I just got out of the shower. But I really quickly wanted to go over this with you because I just really, really love her stuff, and I really enjoyed myself, and it was just a beautiful time that we had. So first off, I'm going to start with one of the free gifts that she gave me with my purchase, which was this raw Larimar. Isn't that beautiful? Larimar helps to activate the mind, takes back control from doubts and fears, soothes mental anxiety, enlightens mind and soul. Enlightens, helps with mind and soul healing, helps with better communication, speaking from the inner self without apprehension. It is associated with these stories of Atlantis. Combines elements of air and water and works with the throat chakra. That's raw Larimar. I don't know if that's coming through okay, but it's a really nice watery pale blue that's really pretty. The other free gift that she gave me is this opal, this dendritic opal. And she had some really cool pieces of dendritic opal that some were white and some were more this grayish blue color. She had a white one that looked kind of like that little female robot from WALL-E, Eva, I think it is. It was really cool that I almost got too. But dendritic opal enhances intuition, helps with spiritual growth, connecting with nature's energies. It balances opposites and works with the crown chakra. So I thought those were really nice free gifts with purchase. Okay, now to my order. This is candy fluorite. Isn't that cool? Those of you that have watched my videos before know that I really like fluorite as one of my things. And candy fluorite helps with mental clarity, emotional harmony, spiritual growth, motivation. It enhances focus, decision-making, emotional stability, intuition, resilience, cleansing, protection, and works with the third eye and heart chakras. That's really pretty. We also got a rose quartz palm here. It's a blue rose quartz, which I thought was really cool. Helps with love, acceptance, emotional healing, integrating the heart and the mind, spiritual connection, union, harmony, and works with the heart chakra. Isn't that cool? Okay. And then celestine, otherwise known as celestite, also known as one of the stones of heaven. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the sparkle. I don't know if that's coming through on the video, but it is sparkling like you would not believe. It is just the most beautiful pale, sparkly blue. It can increase understanding, higher consciousness, mindfulness. It can aid in meditation and prayer, connection to the divine, inner exploration, enhancing intuition, psychic abilities, growth, and it works with the throat chakra. Isn't that beautiful? Even the bottom matrix sparkles. It is just a beautiful piece. And then another favorite of mine from this is the sphalerite that she had. And look at that sparkle. I mean, it's like the coolest nature disco ball. Without the ball part, of course. Isn't that stunning? It is fantastic. I hope that comes through for you guys because it is just a glittery powerhouse. Sphalerite helps with grounding, courage, drive. It's energizing. It works with the earth's energies, balances the mental and spiritual planes, helps with the lower 3 chakras as well as opening the third eye chakra, and it aids in intuition and creativity. This is, I think, one of my absolute favorite pieces. She's got another piece up there, similar in shape to this, that I'd really like to get the next time I'm around. That was just stunning. Petrified wood, and I really liked this grayish green one. My son, he got a black one, but she also had some other ones. This one was my favorite. I absolutely loved this piece. It just called to me the moment I saw it. And it helps with grounding, stability, aids in forming connection with the earth. It also helps in connecting with your past lives and ancestral wisdom. So for those of you that like to work with those sort of energies and the Akashic records and things, this is a good one to aid with that. It helps to keep calm. It dissolves negative emotions. It aids in growth and transformation, and it works with the root and third eye chakras. Isn't that neat? Okay. Then, something that was really cool. I'd not seen one like this before. I've had dumortierite, and you've seen that on some of my videos in the past. But it was a small piece that was really a darker, like a different kind of shade of blue a little bit. But look at this dumortierite tower. I had not seen one like this. And my son and I just really, really liked this one and got it on this trip. Really, really nice tower. And dumortierite, sorry about the dogs, helps with communication, intellectual and intuitive abilities, improves memory, patience, calm, orderliness, insight, and steadfastness, and helps with the throat and third eye chakras. I'm going to pause for just a second for the dog. Sorry about that. They just wanted to be where I was at. So next up, we have this fire quartz palm. And as you saw, I have fire quartz, and we've used it many times in videos in the past. But this palm had such a nice, deep, rich hue. And my daughter really likes them when they have these crackles in them. So I got this to share with her. It's not really showing on this video how rich of a burgundy hue that this fire quartz has. But fire quartz aids in grounding, stability, emotional clarity, self-worth. It boosts energy levels, amplifies intentions, removes negative energy, helps with focus, concentration, and it works with the root, sacral, and solar plexus chakras. Another beautiful one that I got in the quartz family is this golden healer quartz. It aids with healing. It's one of the stones called Master Healer. It aids with purification, cleansing, amplification of one's intentions, vitality. It boosts energy, helps with divine connection, and it balances the chakras. It helps to transform and aid in spiritual growth and emotional healing. It specifically works with the solar plexus chakra. Isn't that a beautiful piece of golden healer? And then this, as you know from previous videos, I have citrine, but this tower was just so full of rainbows. I could not help myself. It was quite something. I just really, really liked it. It called to me. So citrine helps with joy and abundance, personal power. It works with sun energies. It helps with positivity and warmth. It energizes the spirit. It supports a person in the mental, spiritual, and physical realms. It helps in overcoming challenges. It aids in abundance, creativity, clarity, success, optimism, prosperity, and wealth, sometimes called the merchant's stone or the money stone. So if any of you have a money manifestation bowl, this is a good stone for that. And then it works with the solar plexus chakra as well. Isn't that beautiful? I hope those rainbows are coming through because it is chock full of rainbows. It's really beautiful. Another one that she had that as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have it, was this garden quartz. Now, she did have other garden quartz, and my son got one as well, with more garden in it. But this one caught my eye. I loved the shape. I loved the feel. I loved the reflection of the light. And when you hit it just right, and I don't know if I can hit it just right for the video, but when you hit it just right, the garden quartz that's in it, and one of the planes, if you hit it just right, shows, yeah, see it there? It turns into 3 triple spots and maybe 4 or 5 if you hit it just right. And I just thought that was so cool. So she has some other really beautiful garden quartz pieces, some with more rainbows in them, some with a bunch more of the garden in it. So it's just your personal taste on what you like and prefer. But this one is my first piece that just really stood out to me. I got my eye on another one over there as well. Garden quartz helps with healing, protection, meditation, spiritual growth, manifestation, dreaming, grounding, tranquility, forgiveness, peace, transformation, strength, communication. And it works with the root, heart, and crown chakras. And where I have this in the room, the sun catches it just right, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, another one that I got that my daughter and I are sharing together is this green obsidian. Isn't that cool? This helps with emotional healing, growth, releasing negativity, gaining inner peace, connection with nature, protection from negative energies, relieves stress. It supports the immune system, removes emotional blockages, helps with mental clarity, and it works with the heart, root, and earth star chakras. And there's the raw green obsidian. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. And those of you who have watched me before, you know how big of a fan of labradorite my family is. And this is a beautiful piece that I couldn't resist. And I don't know if I'll be able to show you the flash, but it is absolutely covered in purple flashes. Both sides are just chock full of purple flashes. And I love the color purple, and I could not resist. Yeah, it's really not showing up very well on this. Sorry, guys. But it really is full of purple flash on here. Labradorite helps with spiritual protection, inner strength. It's a guardian of the aura, shields from negative influences, restores energy, aids in emotional healing, self-discovery, intuition, awakening, transformation. It enhances psychic abilities, works in gaining access and understanding of your higher self, overcoming fears, personal growth, willpower, and it works with the third eye and throat chakras. So this palm stone here is a good one to have around, especially if you have a work environment that's kind of negative. Okay, indigo gabbro has been on my wish list for a little while, and this palm stone here caught my eye while I was there. Indigo gabbro, also known as mystic merlinite, helps with your shadow work. and gaining access to your shadow self to better understand yourself and to help with that personal growth as you go forward. So this is a really good one for that. It helps and unveils spiritual truths, aids in healing, protection, enhances psychic abilities, increases intensity of other crystals, so you can pair it with another crystal and it will increase the intensity of its working. It transmutes negativity and works specifically with the root chakra. And I don't know if it's picking up on the video, but it has this lovely black corresponding with this gray, blue, purplish tone. It's just really pretty. Septarian is another one that I'd had on my wish list, and I saw this one and it spoke to me. Now, it doesn't have as distinct a pattern as some of the others. Like my son got a sphere where the pattern is very, very clear on it. But I kind of liked the ambiguity of the pattern on this one. It stood out to me more because of that, actually. And reminding us, that perfection, beauty is not found in perfection, but in how you perceive it, right? I really was drawn to this piece for that. It helps with grounding, supportive, beneficial for enhancing communication, stability. Some believe it aids in pain relief and healing and getting a better night's sleep. It works with the root, sacral, and solar plexus chakras. Isn't that beautiful? And last but certainly not least, another one that my daughter and I are sharing, and we were just thrilled to find it, was this grape agate tower. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the way it crisscrosses over there like that. Really unique pattern. See the bubbles of the grape agate? There's the polished back side, and then there's the raw front side. We really like this tower, and we were really happy to find it. She's got several other pieces, not exactly identical to this one, but if you're interested in grape agate, she's got some good sized pieces that you can look at. Grape agate helps with calmness, stability, protection, emotional healing, relieving stress, gaining inner peace, heightening intuition, dream recall, spiritual healing, meditation, and it works with the third eye and crown chakras. So that's it for this order of mine. The kids each picked out other things. Like my daughter, she gifted her a beautiful mahogany obsidian goddess body, and a shark's tooth and things like that. It was just a really, really fun experience. If you've not ever been to a crystal party, I recommend attending one. They are a lot of fun. And if you go to her website, not everything she has is on the website. So if you're looking, she's working on getting it all up there, but it's a big job and she's got a lot of inventory. So if there's something you are interested in, reach out to her on her website and message her, or find her here on TikTok, okay? And message her. That's the Mineral Mushroom, okay? It's well worth reaching out to her because she's got some great stuff back behind the scenes in her inventory. All right? I'll see you later. Bye.